Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to a Mission Hubs in Conversation webinar video. This week, I am delighted to be joined by Bala from Republica in Switzerland. Hello, Bala. How are you?
Hello, Paul. I'm good. I'm good. Starting to become autumn here in Switzerland, ready for the snow, ready for new projects. I'm glad to be with you.
I'd imagine autumn especially must be beautiful in Switzerland.
Rather cold already. Yeah, look, I'm out of the summer. Yeah.
The winter wardrobe is out already. Nice to see. Bala, it's great to have you with us. Republica has become a Mission Hubs partner fairly recently, and with all of these videos, and when a new member joins, we love to learn a little bit about you, your business, how it got started, and the motivations, I guess, for what makes your agency unique and special. I was wondering, I mean, you started back in, I think it's 1999. Maybe could you tell us a little bit about how you started the business and what drove you to start it, please?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So you already mentioned we started founding on 1999, which is a nice year. But when I reflect on this journey, yeah, I mean, each chapter flowed naturally from the last, as if the steps unfolded because they were meant to be, but not pre-planned. And yeah, it's not a cliche, it's the case, it's reality, and it's also a kind of how we work. I think we need a big plan, but then we let happen a lot of things and figure out what's the best and what's convenient for the team, for the market, and on this background. Yeah, we started with strategic thinking and also with pragmatic execution in these years, and then it grows to digital and campaigning, a lot of public relations, sports marketing, and all this took me along the way, also with some experiences where I personally worked for a pharma business as product manager. That was before Republica to figure out the way we worked with big creative agencies. And this was the moment when I thought, it would be interesting to work also in this business. And then, yeah, in 1999, I started with 5 people. And then we grew each year step by step. And today we are like 35 people and have a broad national portfolio of clients and disciplines. And I love this job, and my team love this job, and I think it's the most beautiful thing we can do.
And fantastic. And what type of clients do you work with, Bala?
We have a lot of different clients. So as we are based in Bern, which is the capital of Switzerland, we have like maybe 50% of small, medium enterprises around Bern, which means, yeah, it's different. It's industry, it's education, it's sports clubs, construction companies. It's quite wide, the range, because we also work for B2B and B2C and connect all these tools and experiences together. As a Swiss agency or lead agency, we work for Swiss banks also, Swiss cheese, Swiss tourism destinations like top of Europe. So yeah, we have good cases and nationwide reach for our campaigns. And what is something we really like to do is fan activation. We work for the biggest hockey team in Switzerland. We have like 16,000 audiences twice a week and about 300,000 on the social media channels. And this is a excellent basis to pilot things and then to transfer it to other clients. And that's a good tool, and a lot of, I think it's like, it's a bit of purpose, this sports purpose, this culture, which is also a bit the culture of Republica.
Fantastic. It sounds like you have a lot of fun with a diverse bunch of
Yes.
clients. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you start, you have no focus. You just work and try to get money to pay your salaries. And then maybe from time to time you can develop a focus, but we always say we love it to be broad and to have a lot of different opportunities. Yeah.
cool. And Switzerland is a relatively small country in Europe, but it's quite complex, isn't it? Because you've got multiple languages and there's a lot of culture wrapped up. What's it like running an agency in Switzerland?
Yeah, running a creative agency in Switzerland means working in a market that's small in size, but incredibly rich in diversity of small enterprises, I told you. And then we are not just navigating in different languages because we speak German, French, Italian, and Romansh. So we have a distinct, cultural mindsets and regional expectations, and that makes it that costs a lot, you know. If you have to develop a campaign, it's minimum in 3 languages. So you have to adapt and to develop the claims and wordings. If you have a good idea which works in German, it does not work in French. So it makes it quite special. And if you work perhaps in German market, you have 10 times bigger market and just one setting with one language. So yeah, that's unique, I think.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty unique in many countries around the world. I think not just Europe, but one of the things, Bala, that really caught my eye when on your website and when we talked was you have this philosophy which is about being down to earth. And when I learned about it, I thought it's a really strong thing and it's fascinating. Could you tell us a little bit about where that comes from and how it is embodied, how it works in your agency and what you do?
Yeah, it was the point 2 years ago when we just said, okay, we really have to focus on creative work because AI is just taking away all the adaptation work, all the frequent, and I don't know what's the name in English, but it's a lot of work that is going to flow away. So the focus said that we have a lot of young people and we needed to have a claim or a purpose, which means down to earth. Down to earth is like understanding and listening to the client's needs. Once you have listened, you are able to develop ideas that go to the stars. So it's also this, like the yin and yang in the thoughts. And this is a pretty good purpose. Also in terms of strategic development, because our board is functioning in the same way. I have like finance, organization, and HR, which is down to earth. And then I have like the circles in the board, like innovation, data-driven marketing, market, new business, which is changing and which drives us to the stars. And Mission Hub, this was also something we said we have to go out with this purpose and to need to connect in a further network, to think big and international because it's so rich. I mean, Switzerland is tiny. And to break out, Mission Hub is also a part of this going to the stars. And so this purpose leads us to go back to the 10 biggest or quality-based agencies in Switzerland. That's the vision we want to go until the next 3 to 5 years.
Well, we hope we can take you to the stars, and we hope we can help you along that journey because it's one that we would like to be on ourselves. I mean, you sort of touched on it a little bit there, but I mean, our industry is changing a lot, whether it's in AI or whether it's the sort of mergers that we're seeing with the holding companies at the moment, Omnicom and WPP and IPG, all of that sort of stuff. There's a lot of talk about this is a big opportunity for independent agencies in the next few years or so. What do you think an agency of tomorrow will look like? What services will clients want? What should we be doing to win business and make our clients happy?
I think first, the integration of creativity and data is something not that sexy, but if you do it right, it's quite sexy, because the most effective ideas will be those born from the deep insights and brought to life with compelling storytelling. So data should inspire creativity, not replace it. So this is something we really have to take care to go the way. And then, yeah, I think it's also the agility in content creation, which is changing very fast. We need speed and also a culture and digitalization so that we can scale up the content very quickly in a good quality. And I think AI is transforming a lot.
Yeah.
And it's important to put AI in the basic process of creation of strategic abilities. And the big job is to take your team on this level, because nobody knows how it really runs.
Yeah.
and to scale up and to take AI as part of the team, as part of the culture, as part of the output. So these are the big challenges. And the fourth thing is that I really believe in live communication, because if everything is going to be so digital and so artificial, so if you look at the stream on Instagram, you can immediately sort out what's not real.
Yeah.
And you are always looking for the real experiences, for the real touch, for the connection. So I think the event marketing, live communication will grow and will come back again. And I think that's good news.
Yeah.
I think it's also good news for maybe print material, for magazines. I think it could deliver us back where we were on before 8 years. Maybe
Really?
a bit different, but I think it's like it's an opportunity.
Okay. So people, you think people will call out for, or I guess, authenticity and
Yes.
in their communication. I think there's something very interesting there, and I know a number of our partners who I've spoken to recently have talked about this desire for more authentic communication, really, really local, authentic communication, whether that's in language or whether that's in culture. I'd not really thought about it from a print point of view, but interesting. You talked about AI there a little bit. I mean, I assume how are you using AI in your business? I mean, you talked about making everybody involved in it. Do you do training in it? Are you using it on live client? What are you up to?
Different things are one thing what we do in terms of innovating platforms, like we innovated with AI an onboarding platform, because we have a lot of changes with with our team. I don't know if it's everywhere in the world like this, but we have about 30% fluctuation, or I don't know the word. So so we developed like a platform where you do a lot of onboarding automatically, like processes, like everything, and that's huge. And we will scale this up for the market, for our clients. So that's one thing we do on innovation. So we innovate platforms which could help our clients or new clients for more efficiency, for more positioning, whatever. This is one thing we do with separate team, innovation team. And then in terms of the whole agency, like planning, creation, design, video content, we work with a lot of different tools. and we tried them out, and then we said, okay, let's work on this. And we have like a pilot team. If they say it's good, we are going to educate the whole team. So it's a running process.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is important to do. And the third thing we do is to learn our clients to handle AI in the right way, because they do a lot by their own, but they mostly do it bad. Google will say no, and the LLMs will say, oh, okay, it's not contextually. So we said, we educate them and we coach them, and this is also quite a new part of the agency, because yeah, they will do it anyway, but if they do it, they should do it right, because the work we did is too good that they will do it by their own and it's going to be bad. So it's maybe in 2 years it's over. I think in 2 years, most of the clients can do a lot by their own, because the systems are also developing. Yeah.
Yeah. No, again, I've heard similar stories, and I think a lot of people have told me that actually with AI, the value is in being able to provide a service that perhaps a client is not able to do, because of course anybody can use ChatGPT or an AI solution, but being able to an agency should be looking at adding value either with new versions of that or new products or services that they produce themselves, like you're doing with your innovation team, or in education ways because everyone will use this, and it's just the way it is. Fascinating. We met through a mutual connection with our friends at Positive Adamski in Budapest. And they suggested we should talk, and the rest is history, as they say. Obviously, they have worked a little bit with you, and you've had conversations with them. But if a Mission Hubs member is watching this, what can your agency do to help agencies in the Mission Hubs network? What would be an offer for them, maybe? How can you help them?
Yeah, Republica can help any partner when they need know-how about Switzerland, about our culture, and about how we communicate here. We have expertise in sports marketing. That's something we can bring into everybody, and in employer branding, and I think also in transformation processes. I mean, change communication. This is something we have really a lot of experiences. And anyway, we are welcoming any partner live in Bern or on a call. And yeah, we are looking forward to this.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Bala, it's great to have you and your team with us. We welcome you to the Mission Hubs partnerships, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to spending some time in Bern and Switzerland at some point, hopefully when the travel budget permits. But thank you so much, and it's great to be talking with you. Thanks for now.
Yeah, thank you.